What is going on, guys? I am back here with another video, and I had an interesting solution that I found for audio that I just wanted to share with you guys. So I do a lot of wedding films, as you guys know, and audio on any kind of filming that you do, whether it be weddings or pretty much anything you're talking about, audio does go a long way. If you have bad audio, it just makes your footage look that much worse. For me, I mean, all of us have been in a particular situation where we've been shooting and there's been audio corruption or something's wrong with it. Maybe you're not able to monitor it or anything like that. Or in my case, you're running back and forth to your recorder and like listening to it on a headset to make sure it's recording, make sure everything's fine. I ended up finding a pretty simple, cost-effective solution, given you do have majority of the gear that you see here to some extent. That kind of makes, it allows you to record backups and also monitor audio as well. So I thought I would just share that with you guys. And the reason why I like this solution so much actually is because the gear that you have to buy, given you do have majority of the basic audio recording gear, the additional cables and stuff that you need don't actually cost that much money. And it's literally just a solution out of, being efficient and being smart and thinking of a really like innovative solution. So what you will need for this to work, or anyway, the way that I run it at least, is you will need your main recorder that's recording out of the mixer, maybe a secondary hand recorder. I have a Zoom H1 here, a shotgun mic. I always run a shotgun mic when I'm shooting weddings just to get the sound from the crowd. And then I also have a Rode Wireless Go here, which I actually just picked up. So how this works is there's pretty much a few cables that you will need. So the first cable you will need is a headphone jack splitter right here. So this just takes the audio from a headphone jack audio source and then splits it into two separate audio sources. So that's the first cable you'll need. The second cable you'll need is just a regular headphone jack to headphone jack cable, so that you can run audio from one to another. You might need a couple of these actually. I got two of them. So you do need two of these when you split the audio here. You have two of these cables to run the audio to two different sources. So the other thing you will need is this cable right here. So this is, just got the box right here. This is a stereo breakout cable. It's a 3.5 millimeter TRS to dual 3.5 millimeter TSF. So you can just throw that aside. Essentially what this does is it takes you plug this into where you would put a mic input into, for, in my case, the camera, where you would typically plug a mic into, and it splits it into a left and right signal. So one thing that didn't dawn on me until, I kind of found this solution was that when you're recording audio on a camera, typically they have a left and a right signal. So that's two audio channels if you think about it. And this allows you to split that and then plug in two different inputs into this. So this is how all of this really comes together. So the first thing I do is I take my audio splitter here and I plug it into the essentially the headphone or monitoring output here. So this is typically the output that you would plug in some headphones to monitor the audio. From there, I hook up my first line to the line in of my recorder, right? So right away from here, just going into here, this is a pretty standard thing to do. You have your main audio recording here, and then you have a backup going to a secondary recorder. Because this is split, you also have a secondary audio that you could feed somewhere else. So in this case, with the wireless system, I'm going to be plugging in my Rode Wireless Go to this right here. And from there, I take the receiver and I plug this into my camera. So you right there and then you have 3 backups of the recording coming out of the mixer. I ended up picking up this cable as well, which is awesome, because what this does is this goes into my camera and then I can input my signal coming from the Rode Wireless Go and then also have the shotgun mic on on the second channel. Because it splits left and right, I can have 2 audio channels come in. So I have the wireless coming in and I have the shotgun audio coming in. So typically when people think about setting up a wireless system, they might think like, oh, like, I have to plug in one thing and then I can only have one input into the camera. Like, but I also want the ambient audio. And I was along the same line of thinking until I found this solution, and it's pretty simple. With a few cables, they cost a few dollars, they're not expensive at all. You can split the audio coming out of the mixer and also split the audio in the camera 2 ways and record like multiple different pieces of audio. So for me, this was such a great solution. The only thing that I picked up personally was the Rode Wireless Go system. And honestly, I wanted to get a wireless lav, wireless audio system in general. So it worked out for me. Everything else I pretty much had. If you are shooting weddings, chances are you have a lot of these things already anyway. It's just something I personally didn't think about, and it's honestly like a solution that's gonna help me get clean audio, get backups of audio. And the other great thing about the Rode wireless transmitter, transmitting to the camera actually, and this is probably one of the most important things, and I don't know why I didn't mention it initially, but when it's transmitting to the camera, you can also plug in headphones into the camera and monitor the mixer audio directly on your camera wirelessly. So you're not, in my case, I was running back and forth to the mixer to make sure that everything was recording and that the levels were good and then nothing was clipping and whatnot. Now I can just be standing at my main camera, my safety camera, plug in some headphones and monitor the audio right then and there and know that it's coming through and know that it's clean. And I also know, because the camera is recording, I'm getting a copy of that audio on the camera. So let me know what you guys think of this audio solution. I'm kind of nerding out with all this here because, but if you do shoot any kind of film and audio and everything, and you don't want to spend a ton of money on backing up your audio and whatnot, I feel like this is such a great solution to not only back up the audio, but monitor it live wirelessly. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys have another way of running audio to back up and monitor and stuff like that, that's relatively efficient and cheap, I'd love to hear about it. Let me know what you think, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. See ya.